Best SSD Health Check Software for Windows and Mac. Hi, my friends, and welcome to another top best video review on channel Zoom for Display. SSDs are eventually and gradually taking over the traditional HDDs. The main reason why most users prefer using an SSD over HDD is that the level of performance by the SSD is much higher than the HDD. Also, as the SSD does not have any moving parts, it is more durable than the traditional HDD. Here in this video review, we are focusing on the best software used for the purpose to check SSD health. This SSD testing software is fully effective and very useful in finding out all the issues with the SSD on your computer device. Why do you need SSD health checking software? The need for an SSD test software arises for not just one reason but for many reasons. Firstly, the software does a complete checkup of the SSD same as the doctors do for the patients. This health checkup informs the users about all the problems and issues with the SSD on the PC, and the software also provides fixes for the same. Secondly, the software helps in optimizing and increasing the performance of SSD. Due to this, the speed of SSD increases, and users get a better experience while working on the computer system. Know about this software briefly for the following list. The answer to your question, how to check SSD health. Here you will find some of the finest SSD health checking software for both Windows and Mac operating system PCs. Let's start without wasting any further time. All mentioned software's links in the link in the description below. One. Minitool Partition Wizard. The first SSD driver checker software on your list is this Minitool Partition Wizard. This particular software is undoubtedly one of the powerful software for the purpose of managing the partition on a computer device and checking the health of an SSD installed on the PC. The software is so powerful that in just a few clicks all the work is done for the users. The interface of the SSD testing software is designed in such a way that the user does not find any difficulty while using it. 2. Intel Memory and Storage Tool. The Intel Memory and Storage Tool, Intel MOS, is a drive management software with a graphical user interface for Windows that allows you to view current drive information, perform firmware updates, and run full diagnostic scans. You can use this tool to update firmware for PCIe, NVMe and SATA-based client and data center Intel SSD drives. What's new? Intel MOS is a new tool with a redesigned interface that contains the same functionality and features as the Intel SSD toolbox but adds firmware update support for data center drives. 3. Samsung Magician. Samsung Magician is advanced software to check SSD health on your PC. The software is designed and developed by one of the well-known and renowned companies, Samsung. The software works more like a management tool as it presents the result in the form of graphs and charts. These graphs and charts help the user to understand the performance and issues with the SSD in a much better way. The Samsung Magician software is very efficient in optimizing the overall performance of the operating system. Users are provided with some unique features which are not common in the software of similar nature. 4. Crystal Disk Info. Next up on our list, we have Crystal Disk Info. This is an open software that allows users to check the health and temperature of the SSD and HDD installed on the PC. This is a free tool and can be accessed by all users without paying any charges for the services. The software is compatible with all types of storage devices on a computer system. This particular feature of the software is very beneficial for the users. Also, the Crystal Disk Info can be easily accessed on all the different operating systems supported by the PCs. 5. SSD Ready. Well, this is a mini tool that is good for estimating the SSD life. Once installed, SSD Ready actively tracks the SSD usage behavior. After collecting enough data, it calculates the remaining SSD life. What makes the tool more useful is that it also provides you feedback and tips on how to optimize your SSD drive to extend its life. 6. SSD Life. On the list of best SSD health check software, we have SSD Life. The SSD Life software is fully compatible with all the SSDs that are majorly used. It allows the user to diagnose their SSDs and informs them about the lifespan of the SSD installed on the PCs. The software comes with some really incredible features that provide users with accurate results about the performance of the SSD on the computer system. One can easily analyze all the activities on the SSD with the help of this software. 7. Disk utility for Mac. The first handy issue you'll do is check the SMART standing with the inbuilt disk utility on macOS. Good. Self-monitoring analysis and reportage technology is an inside observance system that's enclosed in most raincoat exhausting drives, HDDs and SSDs. SMART helps you get a basic plan of the health of your raincoat drive. The way to identify? Simply open Disk Utility, highlight the magnetic disk name on the left, then check the standing from the table, see above. If it shows verified, meaning your disk drive isn't failing. Otherwise, you'll have to be compelled to replace it quickly. If your budget permits, take into account upgrading to Associate Degree SSD. Here we come to the end of this video. After watching this review completely, now you have a full understanding and knowledge about some of the best SSD health checking software available over the internet. Every software has its unique features. It's up to you to choose the software which is most suitable for you. Do let us know in the comments section below if you have any questions regarding this SSD testing software. And you are not yet a follower, please consider to subscribe to the channel, and hit the like button. Don't hesitate to visit my blog for tech and life hacks article and tutorials. Thank you and see you in the next video.